We have hit a milestone on Iconic Chat Let's Talk Business with Mr. Daniel Steinman. And by means of that is that we have hit week 50, should I say prominent show?
Let's just call it a talk.
Well, I think that, it is just more than a talk.
An entertaining talk.
Yeah, and also an educative talk, I should say. But we will do more, and we continue to do more. Welcome to the listeners on Iconic Chat Let's Talk Business with Mr. Daniel Steinman and myself, Elsa Bitiunyani. And we have spoken about so many things, a variety of topics in regards to the economy.
I have a big surprise for you.
Okay, what is that?
The main article that I wrote in The Economist yesterday,
Okay.
I tried to convey something of what we achieve here with our radio talks.
Okay.
So if you go to economist.com.na and you go read that article from the editor's desk, it's all about Energy 100.
I will
what
certainly
you
do
and
that.
I talk about and what we do. And I'm actually making the point there that we're very fond of using the term unpacking, taking something that's complicated or hidden in a sense and making it accessible.
Yeah.
But I also make the point there that if you want to unpack something as technical as economics, it is not that easy.
It isn't.
You have to find a set of examples that you use, almost like metaphors that people are familiar with.
Yes.
And use those to explain the economics behind the concepts that you are talking about.
And I must say that you do it very well, because after every talk that we have, we understand clearly. The word economic becomes like a word that we use every day in our everyday life. So thank you for making it easier for us to understand when it comes to the economy, when it comes to economics. And speaking of, today we're going to talk about investment, something that we usually would run away from. Now we are not talking. We're not talking about savings.
Where is investment?
We're not talking about savings. We're not talking about you investing to buy a house. We're not talking about you investing to buy a car. Some people would say they invest in buying a car, but I don't think it's an investment personally. But we are talking about investment, and when we talk about investment, we put it on the table as a broader conversation in regards to the economy.
Yes, as the fundamental aspect of a growing economy.
Yeah.
So, Elsby, what is it about investment that you want to talk about?
Okay, we would want to understand what is the size of the playing field when it comes to investment. People will probably not understand my question, but I think you, as an economist, you would probably understand my question.
Yes, let us analyze the situation a little bit and see what do we come up with when we grasp the concept of investment. So the first thing we need to understand is that there is a fundamental economic premise. If you want to reap the returns in a year or 2 years from now, 12 months or 24 months, you need to invest now. And let me use the example of a warehouse. Let's take a fairly large wholesaler in Windhoek.
Okay.
And we say they move about $500 million worth of groceries in a month. Now, this is not very big, although it sounds like a lot, but it is a lot. It's not small either. It's a fairly substantial wholesaler. 500 million goods coming in, going out. So they need a fairly substantial warehouse. We're looking at about 5,000 square meters. It's not something that you just put up like that. So that warehouse takes about a year to construct and to get ready, and the logistics, and to make space for the trucks, and everything inside to get it to a working level. Because remember, you can bring all the goods in from South Africa. If you don't have the ability to take them to the supermarkets across the entire Namibia, you will not make a profit. And if it takes 1 year to build the warehouse or to get it ready. It simply means that if we want to start making a profit in 12 months from now, we have to start building now, today. And then only in a year's time will we see the profits. So this is the important thing about investment. There's a certain lead time. The bigger the investment, the longer the lead time.
Definitely.
If we want to grow groceries and vegetables, or vegetables and fruit from the water in Neckartal Dam, if we want to plant something next year, it doesn't help us to only plan to build the dam a year from now. The dam must be built already because it took 5 years to build the dam. Do you see? And you had to pay for the project right from the beginning.
Yes.
Not everything, but in tranches. So this is an important part of investment, is that there's a delay from the time that you commit yourself to the loan up to the time where you start operating and you can actually generate a return on investment.
Okay, and that is what we would call, like we said, in simple terms, it's investment. So also look at when you start planning or when you start to put the work in place before you can gain or before you can start eating from the fruits.
Yes, if you don't invest, you don't create the infrastructure or the facility from which you can operate or run your trade to make a profit later on.
Okay, there you have it. Let's quickly go for a short break. Let's have some music coming up. So do enjoy while we get some more prepared for you to listen to.